Let me say a special good morning to those of you listening to Classic Radio 105.5, 105.9 on the FM dial. Those of you who are in tune and viewing via various social media platforms, good morning to you. Those of you viewing via GBN TV, whichever the channels that you have chosen to view us by this morning, good morning to you. Welcome. I am GT, your host here on To The Point. Today being Tuesday, the 6th day of August within the year 2024. How's everybody doing this morning? Hope all is well with you. Those of you who are moving around on the nation's road, I always encourage you to drive along with due care and attention, be a defensive driver, and of course all should roll smoothly once you follow those simple principles. All should be all well and good if everyone of course go along in that particular way. Hope all is well with you, and the time hope you had a holiday yesterday. It's a day of the week, the day that of course within this particular month that we celebrate Emancipation Day. Some Emancipation Day usually folks say it's on the first day of August, but we do celebrate it on the first Monday in August. So today being of course Opposition Day, Tuesday, here on the program. We usually entertain a representative of the opposition, and we will be having ones. They seem to be having a bit of challenges in terms of connecting this morning for some reason or the other. Soon of those challenges are being taken care of. Hopefully by then they will be able to join us there, the rep from the opposition this morning. So we moving on, folks. Let me take time to say congratulations to, of course, Karani James has gone through the heats already. We know Lyndon Victor, with all the challenges that he has been through, for the last couple of months and so forth, has, of course, we want to say congratulations to him also. It's, well, our Olympic team, they are doing good, folks. And, it was mentioned, we are doing a little better than some of the bigger Caribbean islands, if you would want to say it in that particular way. We're doing a lot better, and of course it's certainly making us all as Grenadians definitely so proud. 9 minutes after the hour this morning, folks, and still awaiting my guest to pop in with me this morning, and certainly hope I'll be able to join us pretty soon, and certainly hope all will be welcome to do so. Let's say good morning to those of you who are of course at home. You're probably just getting set to tuning to the program. Good morning to you, and certainly hope all is well with you this morning. We're probably going to entertain a couple of your calls shortly, and in the meantime, until we are able to, of course, get my guest, which I should say, settled in with us this morning with all the challenge. Seems to be one of those days, huh? Every time a holiday pops in, the day after, the challenges pops in with everything. Is either you. I certainly had that challenge with me this morning, coming to work, and first thing first, I had to run back home because I forgot my phone. You know what it's like with not having it. And doing that, got here to work and forgot my glasses. Can you imagine that again? And so it was a bit of a back and forth this morning, and I said, what a Tuesday morning it's turning out to be. Let me say good morning to those of you who are via our social media platform. Once again, the Facebook page to be precise about it. Good morning, and thanks for, of course, for tuning in. Those of you, of course, who are logged on, thank you so much for being with us this morning here on the program. 435-2041, that's the number. I want to chime in. We could probably have a chit chat pertaining to, of course, our theme, the Olympic team that is out there representing Grenada. You want to send out some congratulations? Certainly feel free to do so this morning. In the meantime, until guests get settled in just a wee bit, still haven't had indication of if things are working out from them as yet, though. But certainly hope we get that taken care of before the program wraps up this morning. So 435-2041, 435-2041. Hey, don't forget, folks, get ready for it. Of course, they're getting ready to spice up things also. Yes, tomorrow, Wednesday, and of course, was an unforgettable celebration. Of course, and GBN is excited to present for you a special spice up the Carnage program. I just want to mention that in the program for you a wee bit this morning, dedicated to our veteran calypso industry, of course, our vibrant, I should say, calypso industry. So join us for us down the Carnage between 4 and 6. Yeah, that's tomorrow. And I'm looking for an electrifying afternoon featuring the best calypsonians and our amazing event sponsors, of course, and a perfect chance to enjoy live performances, experience the rhythm of our culture, and feel the energy of local talent. All right, so bring your friends, family, and the best dance moves. Yeah, Carnage tomorrow, folks. Let's come together and celebrate. Spice up the Carnage, of course, with music, fun, and calypso spirit. Yeah, you don't want to miss this. So certainly hope to see you there tomorrow, Wednesday, between 4 and 6 p.m. All right. And we had the Soca Monarch edition. So this is a little bit of a special edition there for you, the featuring the calypsos. That'll be so nice. So once again, 435-2041, 435-2041. It's to the point here on Classic Radio, GBN TV. And if you do want to chime in, send out some congratulations out to, of course, our especially the Victor and so forth. Great performances out there thus far, and certainly hope that we can certainly go through and obtain much more medals out there. I think my guest is actually ready for me, so we're probably going to, of course, get the program kicked off in just a minute or so. Let me just make sure I get this correct, and we should be able to get that up and running this morning. So let's take a short break and get my guest settled in just a wee bit, get a couple of things tweaked out, and we coming right back. Stay with us, folks. To the point here, Classic Radio, GBN TV. Don't touch it out. We'll be right back. Show me.
Labukan Creative Center presents the final staging of I Do at the Deluxe Cinema Grenville, Sunday, August 25th at 6 p.m. Tickets available at Labukan Creative Center, Waterford, and St. Andrew's Pharmacy at $75. It's the most hilarious comedy ever staged in Grenada. It's I Do by Uriah Speakers, Sunday, August 25th, Deluxe Cinema Grenville at 6 p.m. Don't you miss it.
For Spice Mass 2024. Play Monday Night Mass with Wagity and Mega Force Promotions. This year we're playing Is Our Vibes. Packages include fluorescent pink t-shirts and tank tops, LED diamond wand, lighted bottles, lighted bracelets, LED glow hats, plus free drinks for only $130. $130 easy. Whoa, that's a deal. Powered by Wagity Rentals, Mega Sound System. Get your packages now, because in 2024 is our vibes. Imagine for just $15, you can win free gate passes to any Spice Mass semi-final or final show or other top Carnival season shows of your choice. From now to August 10th, every time you spend $15 in Daily Cash 4, Daily Pick 3, or Playway in a single purchase, check your ticket to see if the words "You are a winner" are written on it. Follow the instructions and redeem your winning ticket at any authorized show of your choice. All you have to do is present your winning ticket at the gate of your show of your choice for scanning. But guess what? The more $15 you spend in daily games in a single purchase, the more chances you have to win free gate passes. Compliments the NLA. Over 400 free gate passes are up for winning instantly, Monday to Saturday. Secure yours now. Spice Mass is on, and the NLA grants you free access. Must be 18 or older to participate. Terms and conditions apply. NLA, proud platinum sponsor of Spice Mass, making your carnival dreams affordable.
Who does my lovely party? Tell them it's 4-7 trade. Shout it, let them know where we represent 4-7 trade. Who's the body's passing? 4-7 trade. Them no crazy like
welcome back once again, listeners. Welcome back, viewers. It's To The Point here, Classic Radio, GBN TV. My guest has joined me, but still having a bit of technical issues this morning. And as soon as that being resolved, hopefully they will be able to get the conversation going once again. Once again, folks, it's To The Point here on, of course, Classic Radio and GBN TV. It's Opposition Tuesday. And representing this morning, we have, of course, Honourable Minister Kate Skeeter-Lowe with us this morning. And she should be, of course, settling shortly. Yeah, getting things sorted out just a wee bit, that connection problems from time to time. All right. So those of you, of course, who are listening and viewing, and I want to, of course, thank you so much for taking the time out to join us this morning as I try to get the guests settled in just a wee bit. Always those problems that seem to chime in with us from time to time. And certainly hope that this time, hopefully things are working out the way we would like it to. All right. Hopefully everything is settled now. Let's say good morning. Let's say good morning, of course, to the Honourable Kate Skeeter-Lowe. Good morning to you, Ms. Lewis. How are you this morning? Good morning.
Let me see what happened here. Are you hearing me?
I am hearing you loud and clear. I'm assuming it's the same for you with me? Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Hearing you now.
All right, great. Of course, let me apologize for you on behalf for you this morning to our listeners and viewers. There's always those little glitches that will, of course, affect the production from time to time. And we certainly do apologize. I've been 18 minutes after the hour already this morning. How time flies sometimes. How are you this morning, Ms. Lewis? How was everything this morning? How are you doing this morning, besides the challenges that we're experiencing?
Yes, let me first of all say good morning to the viewers and listeners of the To The Point program this morning. I am quite well this morning. It is, of course, we did have some technical difficulties with my laptop there, but I'm ready to roll. All
right. Well, let's get the conversation rolling out this morning. Some say we in the season, Carnival 2024. Of course, yesterday we had the Rainbow City activities in St. Andrew. I haven't heard anything about it. Didn't get the opportunity to attend. We had the Emancipation, of course, celebrations up there also. How do you feel about the celebration of Emancipation, I would say, 2024, from your personal point of view for 2024? Tell me, how do you feel about it?
Yes. With everything we do, there is always room for improvement. And I would say that the Emancipation celebration do require some improvement so that it can captivate a wider audience. What we've seen over the years is a declining Rainbow City Festival. And the fact that the Emancipation Day was not recognized as a holiday, that is August 1st, that too has added to the decline of the celebration. I think it's important that we recognize our history and our culture. And Emancipation is just is a ceremony an event that we must give more attention to. Yesterday, I attended the Emancipation celebrations at the Grenville bus terminal. And of course, I want to say kudos to all the members who are working hard to sustain this celebration. It is not easy because they have been over the years and also this year have been competing with several other carnival-like activities. And some may say that, if you promote your product, if you market your product to the best, then you'd be able to attract a wider audience. But I would say some things should be given greater priority so that the attention and focus can be on that. So let's hope that in years to come, we can see a greater Emancipation celebration. Kudos to all the players, all those who organized, all those who participated. The celebration yesterday, it was attended somewhat by a decent crowd, but of course, more people should have been there. And what we know from years gone by in terms of the kind of Rainbow City Festival, we would love to see that come back. But it will require all stakeholders on board to invest in such an activity to bring it back to how we want it to be.
What would you view to be the cause of the decline in the celebrations over the years? Is it a lack of adequate promotions for the event? What would you adhere to that, or maybe the real cause of it, if you can?
Well, one of the challenges identified is the fact that there are many competing carnival-like activities together with the Rainbow City Festival. Many years ago, we know that the focus was on Rainbow City Festival, so there were no competing activities, and so the activity.
For some reason, but of course, Honorable, okay, there seem to be. I'm not sure if your laptop and your phone are both on together. I'm not sure if you would like to, maybe disconnect one and use the other. If that's possible for you to do so, we could continue with the broadcast. I'm assuming we can go that way. Great. I think we can work along with that one. Yes.
So I've disconnected one of the devices, and that is as a result of the challenges. So we were saying that over the years we've seen a decline because of the many competing activities. Also, people are thinking that there can be more people involved to give the ideas and so into the activity. I have seen new people come on board together with those who have been spearheading the activities over the years. I have been invited to all of the SEDO Rainbow City Festival activities. So I know those who are responsible, they are trying their best. But
all right, we may have lost you there again. I'm not sure if
this is important as well, an injection of funds, financial assistance to make the product what we want it to be.
All right, great. We still having a little glitch with you there from time to time, but I certainly hope it will settle off as we move through the program this morning. Now, one other question I want to get at as referred to, of course, emancipation, as we started off the conversation on that. There's been conversation in the last week or two about folks thinking about the 1st of August being made a public holiday that will seem to represent Emancipation Day, because folks see the 1st of August and not the first Monday in August as Emancipation Day. What's your take on that?
I've said it earlier that August 1st, being Emancipation Day, should be recognized as a holiday and should be celebrated nationally. If you look at the other islands, they celebrate Emancipation Day to the best, to the fullest, and I think we should resort to that as well. Because when we think about from then to now, and the reason why we are celebrating emancipation is that freedom from slavery that we have been through as our foreparents, and so it's important to celebrate the rights and freedom that led to this day. And I would like to see it's being recognized as a holiday that can be celebrated.
All right. Now, have any consideration being part of the past administration? Was there any conversation of that nature that would say to for that particular day being officially made a holiday? Was there ever a conversation during the past administration?
There has always been conversations about it, and people having different views and different ideas about how it should be. Should it be the first Monday, or should it be the August 1st day itself? I know. There are several times it was celebrated on the 1st of August with a holiday being given for it. But we've seen the changes over the years, and it continues until now. But as I say, in my opinion, it should be recognized as a holiday. And should be given that kind of consideration.
All right, great. Let's get into some sporting activity. Of course, now we know Grenadians everywhere. We celebrated, of course, the achievement of Lyndon Victor. Did you get to view the race, and how did it make you feel? As a Grenadian, knowing that we were able to.
Remember, Lyndon has participated in what we know as a decathlon. This is an event. This consists of 10 different events, so it takes a lot, and it's usually over 2 days. And let me start by saying congratulations to all of our athletes who are out there representing the 473 brand out there in Paris. And of course, we are extremely happy of Lyndon's achievements, getting the bronze medal. This is a big deal for us as a people. I did reach out to him. I did congratulate him, because he has been working hard and he has been persistent and consistent over the years. And that is very important. This morning, we also saw Anderson Peters, who did extremely well with that throw to get into the finals of the javelin. And of course, yesterday, Kirani winning his heat to get into the semifinals. So our athletes, the swimmers have gone, they did their best, have been doing well. And what is important to note here, when you invest in young people, sporting facilities, give them the right facilities so that they can train proper, they can be exposed to competitions internationally and with the right support. And I would like to recognize our administration for the facility, the state-of-the-art facility stadium that we have, giving our athletes the opportunity to train and compete and at the international level, that today we can see the benefits of that type of investment. The athletes themselves have been putting in the work, consistency. They have been training hard and doing everything. And, we feel great as Grenadians. I remember seeing that video with Lyndon when he was shouting, "Grenada, Grenada, Grenada." That was such an emotional feeling for us. It was such a proud moment. And, we must recognize our athletes. We must congratulate them for the outstanding job they are doing out there in Paris. And of course, those we had Alfred from St. Lucia as well. So we recognize those at the Caribbean level who have been doing the work and getting the results.
Now, getting this particular medal from Lyndon has certainly spurred the enthusiasm for, of course, young people in general, making them want to be part of the various sporting discipline. What if you have an option, the option of offering any incentive or maybe some advice, especially to young folks in the various sporting disciplines? What would you like to say to them in relation to that? Of course, to follow through as how Lyndon is doing.
Yes, we have to let our young athletes know that success does not come overnight. Lyndon's success today is years of hard work, years of discipline, years of commitment, competition, the Diamond League, the different competition that he has participated in, having the grit to continue fighting whenever, success did not come at its time, but he's just having to stick to the plan, working hard. And our young people must know throughout their different spheres of life, this is the same attributes that they have to have in place, because nothing in life comes easy. There is no overnight success. What you see today is years of hard work, dedication, discipline, and commitment. And of course, with the right people by your side, you will achieve success. So Lyndon's achievements together with the other athletes and what they have been doing, first of all, getting to the Olympic is a big achievement. We must acknowledge that. And the fact that we have them not just getting there, but getting there and being recognized on the international stage, gaining medals. And so in the past, we were celebrating just getting to the Olympics. Then, of course, we had Aline Francisque and all those who went and were able to get into the finals. That was a big deal for us. And then Kirani came on with the gold medal and later on the silver and then the bronze. And, and now we have Lyndon and Anderson who are doing their bits, and we are very happy. But I want to let the young people to know and to understand their success today is not overnight. It is years of hard work, determination. And that is the key to success. So they should follow suit in that manner.
All right, great. And I certainly hope the young folks who are listening this morning will certainly take heed to that, a bit of advice you just threw out. We drew for a break, of course, Honorable Minister. Let's take that break. And we come back, we continue with the conversation. Stay with us, folks, here. It's To The Point here on Classic Radio, GBN TV. We will be right back after the break.
Mark, Ship, and Print, together with Concept Events, present Pre-Day, the biggest show in Grenada's Carnival. Wednesday, August 7th, Grenada National Stadium. Gates open at 9 p.m. Showtime 10 p.m. A celebration of the Jab, featuring the Minister of Jab, the Jab Boss, Talpri.
I am the job boss. Certain things I end up.
Also featuring guest performances by TNT's Road March King, Mikhail Tasia, Nadia Batson, and Sass. Cohen Dubois, Problem Child, Lil Rick, Med Pipe and Status, Lyrical, Westways, Boise, Lava Man, Vaughn, Terror, The Governor, Skinny Banter, Super Fly and Flip, Muddy, and Squeeze Head, Temperance Dash, and a whole lot more. Also, a special surprise guest. All early bird tickets are sold out. Get your $100 regular tickets right now, and also get your VIP $600 tickets. It is the biggest event to touch down this Carnival 2024. Pre-Day.
Rock the box, we say, yeah. GBN, we say, arts and culture living, yeah. Rock the box, we say. I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box, rock the box, we say. I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box, rock the box, we say. We'll be jamming here on a Thursday. It's a
Welcome back, listeners. Welcome back, viewers. Let's say welcome back to MP Alwick Kate Lewis Peters this morning. MP, good morning to you once again, and welcome back. MP,
Thank you so much, GT.
All right. You know, youth development has always been, of course, a top priority for you, especially with being part of the past administration. And you being, of course, an MP now in opposition. Youth development is still a passion of yours, I of course, I know for sure. Tell me.
Of course, definitely.
You know, Any feedback with the current youth development programs that are taking place? I know there have been some youth summer programs, of course, and registration for the Empower happening and so forth. Tell us, are you satisfied with what is taking place in terms of youth development as it stands right now?
Honestly, GT, I am not satisfied at all with government's initiatives towards youth development. What has this administration achieved in the last 2 years? Serious achievement as it relates to youth development. What we have seen in 2 years, 2 ministers of youth has been fired. And that is a reflection of what is happening with youth development in our country. Nothing has been happening. To fire 2 ministers of youth in 2 years means that something or a bad decision has been made to put them there, and they have not achieved anything in terms of programming for young people. You spoke about there is a summer program ongoing. Well, I cannot speak to that because I haven't heard much about it. I don't know what was the goals of it, who were the targeted people, what they achieved and so. And also with the Empower, I know the registration was taking place long before the carnival season started, and we have not heard anything thereafter. So it is safe to say that this government has not shown any key interest in the young people of this country.
And we have just run into a little bit of technical problem there once again. We may have to take a break and have this resolved. It's one of those mornings here on the program. For some reason, the other, not sure what's happening. Let's take a short break, and we will be right back once we have that problem resolved.
Tips of your fingers down to the
Welcome back, listeners. Welcome back, viewers. One of those challenging sort of Tuesday mornings. For some reason, the other everything seemed to be just want to do their own thing, as it is, as we would say sometimes. Let's say welcome back to the MP. MP, welcome back once again. Our apology for that.
Thank you.
All right. Of course, you were actually speaking as relates to the youth development when we did have that bit of interruption a while ago. My next question leads to because you did mention it, of course, in your previous statements that you were making. Now this is the second minister of youth to have been relieved of their responsibilities for you're thinking on what effect are this having, especially on youth development programs and so forth. Tell me, what's your take on that?
I've always said it, GT, every time I come to this program, I am not seeing any serious initiative as it regards to youth development. There has not been any serious sustainable activities for young people in this country in the past 2 years. And the fact that in 2 years, you can have 2 youth ministers being fired could be testimony as to what has not been happening for the young people of this country. Because it means that you have lost trust and confidence in your ministers, and they have not delivered to the young people of this country. Remember, they are in charge of running the Ministry of Youth, where all the programs and projects and policies has to be developed for our young people. And both has been fired. And if you follow from the beginning, a lot has been said and nothing has been done. The first minister of youth came in big and bold and said, well, the money program had so much challenges, they would be putting it under the NTA. 2 years, we have not seen that happening. Then we also heard the recently fired one spoke about they would be re-registering all the Imani trainings. And today he's fired. So what is it? Will you continue the program? Will you get rid of the program? Do you have 2 advisors who are also hired to work with the First Minister for Youth under this administration? What did they do? What program or policy did they put in place for our young people? It's sad to say, GT, but this current administration has seriously failed the young people of this country. And I'm saying this categorically because I have not seen no serious initiatives for our young people to enhance and uplift their standards. I have not seen it. I'm not sure if anyone else have seen it. And if we could fire 2 of your youth ministers, it reflects on the impact. It would negatively impact the young people of this country because they are the ones who are put in place to spearhead youth policies and youth development.
Now, tell me, MP, the latest that you've been hearing, of course, on these programs that you speak of, the Empower, the Imani, and so forth. From the last conversation we had, you did mention that the re-registration and so. What are the latest that you hearing? Being an MP, of course, in opposition, but it also in Parliament. What are the latest you've been hearing, especially when it goes along with the Imani and so forth? What is the latest going on with that?
The fact is, there is no latest. There is no latest, no new development as it relates to what will happen to these programs. We know these programs have been on life support for the past 2 years. Many of the trainees have been kicked out for various reasons. So the program has dwindled. The benefits to be received by the young people are not there. But I spoke about it when this government decided to reduce the budgetary support for youth development. I knew the result was that would have been the end result. Because if you reduce the amount of money that you plan to spend on young people, the result would be reduced as well. Because you're reducing your investment, you would get reduced results. And then again, what have we seen? We have seen that the programs that have been there, the programs that you have met, the FLY program, the Youth Bees program, these programs have been thrown out completely Okay, the Empower program was thrown out. They said they would bring it back when we spoke about it and when we made the call for it, and when we see all the gang violence amongst our young men, because they have no real support, no real engaging activities there for them. So they turn to crime, they turn to violence. Unemployment is high. There is no real opportunities to secure employment. And what are we seeing? Nothing for our young people. And I'm quite disappointed that our young people, plus we could speak about all the promises that have been made to them. As soon as they get into office within 12 months, all those on the Imani program were promised to be made permanent. How many Imani trainees have been made permanent within the past 2 years? This is a question we need answer. We need an answer too. Okay? How many of them received the $500 increase that were promised? A lot of them did not, because most of them were already earning the $1,200 minimum wage. They were already earning that. So this government needs to refocus and reconsider their initiatives towards youth development.
Let's get into the conversation of recent developments here in government as it relates to the firing of course, Senator Lacrette. What's your take or your party take on this particular development?
It's always unfortunate when a minister of government has to be fired. It's quite unfortunate. And what is disturbing at this time is the fact that the supporters of this administration would try to blame our administration for the reason for the firing. I think it's time that they face reality and be honest. Lacrette, former Senator Lacrette, was not having any conversation with our political leader or our party. This is not true. We hear of the facts that he was uncomfortable with some of the corrupted activities that has been happening with his government, and he spoke about it. And if I've listened to another program where the program director gave all the details, and this is not the first time. This not just happened. It was a few months ago when we heard about the corruption taking place in the National Lotteries Authority, and the minister was not comfortable with it, and he spoke up about it. And that is one of the reasons we know that he was fired, because he's speaking up against wrongdoing. And this government does not seem to care about the wrongdoing and the corrupted activities taking place within the administration. So to try to base it on to say that it's as a result of conversations with our political leader, Dr. Mitchell, and our party, I categorically refute this statement now, and let the supporters of this current administration face the facts that their administration is involved in corrupted activities, and this minister spoke up against it.
If I were to ask a question, the reasons why would a conversation of that level get to that point where the opposition party has been accused of being responsible for the decision being made? Why would a conversation of that nature come to the fruition like that?
There is something about controlling the narrative, what you want people to believe against what is actually true. So they put that out there to deflect people or to distract people from facing the real truth. This is what was put out there. But we are in an information age where people are much smarter, and there are those who would believe it because anything that is put out there against our administration, against our party, they will believe without even question. But the vast majority of Grenadians know the truth, and they will not fall for that kind of rhetoric at this time.
All right. We, of course, so just approximately 10 minutes left on our program this morning. We lost a couple of minutes, of course, on the program this morning. Our apology for that. In the next segment, folks, we will entertain some calls from our listeners and viewers this morning. If you do have a question or two, I beg of you to make your contribution as short as possible. Let's ask your question directly and we get an answer from the MP if it's possible for her to answer. So let's entertain our first caller this morning. Caller via WhatsApp. Good morning, you're welcome. And how are you?
Not bad. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you.
Oh, okay. I was listening to the speaker, your guest, and she's saying that nothing is being done for the youths. And I think that it is unfair. I personally don't get involved in party politics, but I can clearly state, as we speak now, that in Laura, there is a joy cricket program that is going on now for the youths of St. Dominic's, St. Teresa's RC School, and current RC School. And it's because there is no coaches, the program wasn't extended to Malmont and Crowshoe and St. David's RC School. This program is there 2 years now. This is the second summer program teaching children the art of cricket. So when the person, the lady is saying that nothing is done about youth, I can categorically state that her statement is very unfair and there is a lot of bias. And don't get me involved in the party politics or the politics per se, but I can say, and if you want me to call my name, I can call and say, right now, I'm inviting her to come into Laurel tomorrow at 1 o'clock in the afternoon to see the layout of the cricket program. It starts from 1 in the afternoon to 3 in the afternoon, and it is today and tomorrow. So she can come either today or tomorrow from 1 to 3 to see what is happening in terms of helping the youth to develop. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your contribution. MPO, any response to the caller? And of course, in the statement?
Yes. I think the caller misunderstands clearly when I speak about no serious initiatives for youth development. Having a two-day cricket coaching or cricket competition or cricket workshop or forum, these are routine activities that will normally happens over the years. You have in different parishes, whether it's football, whether it's netball. These are routine things. I'm not speaking about the routine things that would happen in a part of a parish or constituency. These things are normal, caller. I'm speaking about national youth development initiatives targeted to the vast majority of our young people that is sustainable. This is what I'm speaking about. We have not seen that. Having a cricket forum, a cricket seminar, these are normal things you would see. Football, we have it every Saturday. You go to Progress Park, you would see Awesomes and the Right Start, and these are the clubs training the young people to develop football and all of these things. These are normal routine activities. I'm not referring to that caller.
All right, thank you. We do have another caller. Caller, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Okay. I'm just listening to the program, and as a minister of a former minister of government, this minister has to be very serious with her statements. It shows her lack of professionalism in the fact that she seems to know exactly what would have transpired. If I were her, I would refrain from making such statement at this time. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Thank you for your contribution this morning, MP. In response to the caller, anything you want to say on that in terms of the caller stating that you should be a little more careful?
What I would say to the caller, based on the question that I was answering, is the fact that this administration wants to deflect the truth of alleged, and this is the word I should have used, alleged corruption taking place, to make it look as it is something that's happening with a conversation or conversations taking place with our political leader and the fired senator or the fired minister. This is not true. It's based on alleged corruption taking place.
Okay. Caller via WhatsApp, good morning. Let's hear from you. Good morning to you.
GT, good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning. Kate, once again, you like to play politics, and then you doesn't know what you're talking about, because the Prime Minister explained the reason why he fired the guy. He never gave no other reason. So what you're saying, that's your own. You mentioned about corruption. Al Jazeera, remember, did a whole thing that how corrupted that Dr. Mitchell was. Okay, my question to you now. All right? You mentioned about youth development. I want you to tell us what you do with the money that the MP has been getting extra. All right, to what you do with it towards youth development in your constituency, and also you mentioned about the Imani. I want you to understand that Imani's been made permanent in Carriacou. There was a couple of them, and also on the mainland. Okay, and my last question to you. Tell us how many youth ministers that was changed under the Kit Mitchell administration until he himself had to take that ministry because the ministry wasn't doing good. All right? And you also know that not first time that government changed senators and stuff, because Sheldon Scott was changed and replaced with, and was fired and replaced with Pamela. I want you to answer all the things on them and stop playing politics.
All right, caller. Thank you so much. Thank you. Response to the caller, MP.
That caller is making a lot of statements and asking a lot of questions. Number one, let me correct him that former Senator Sheldon Scott was not fired. A change was made to bring in former Senator and Minister Pamela Moses. So, caller, you need to get your facts correct sometimes. I remember when I came in as well, former Senator Brenda Hood was asked and was relieved, and I was given the position of senator. So changes can be made. Nothing is wrong with that. But we're speaking about the actual firing of a minister. That is different, Paul. Okay? You also ask about the Imani program and how many people. Remember, if you say a couple, that was not the plan. That was not the promise. The promise was that all Imanis within 12 months of taking office would be made permanent. But what did we see? Majority of Imanis sent home. Most of them are receiving reduced stipends, and they are speaking about it. Some of them are home with no training opportunities, no job placement, and a new batch of Imani has not been taken into the program. So this is what has been happening. He also spoke about the constituency allowance, and caller, you have to understand that this money does not come to my account. Okay? This money does not come to me. You need to make your statement correct. You need to be correct in your statements. An allowance is made for MPs. It's called the constituency allowance in the account of Parliament. Okay? Constituents come to the office for financial support and support otherwise. They bring their invoices, we submit it to Parliament, and they receive support for these things. Okay? So this is what happens to the constituency allowance. It does not come to our account directly, as some want people to believe.
Okay, we do have
I'm not sure of the other questions.
We do have another caller, which may be our final caller for the morning. Then we get some closing contribution. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Hi, good morning to you, and good morning to Parliamentary Representative Lewis. I've listened to you and your discourse on the number of programs that you say have either been scaled down or not happening. And that's a fundamental problem I've always had with the NNP. They see development as a social safety net programs. Social safety net programs are usually a signal that mainstream programs have failed. Right? But I remember there was a time when the NDC boasted they had the largest proportion of the budget going to social safety net programs. That's not good. That's nothing to brag about. It shows that you are failing in your mainstream programs. There is the creative, how you call it, the new Department for Creative Affairs, which is giving opportunities to a number of young artists and people with skills and creativity. This replaces the social safety net programs. We want to have more people, more young people being involved in those things. The increase of the school age, so they can stay in school and learn more. But if we treat everybody as someone who fell through the cracks, and therefore we must have a social safety net to pick them up, right? We are, as they say, in the old people say, prevention is better than cure. We're looking at the cure and not the prevention. So while some of these programs are useful, and I'm not downplaying their importance, but don't measure the government's contribution to the young people by the number of social safety net programs and the people who are in those programs. Because it's usually a bad indication of the success of an administration or of a country in capturing its young people in the first place. That's my contribution.
Thank you, caller. Thank you so much for your contribution. In response to the caller, MP, and we get some closing contribution from you this morning?
Yes. The caller said that we're measuring government's contribution to young people in terms of the social safety net programs that we're having for them. First of all, caller, what I said was that once you heard that there was a reduction in budgetary support for youth development, then we know that there would be a failed youth development program in this country. And this is what I'm measuring it by, the budgetary support. Also, the programs that we have are not necessarily social safety net programs, but these are programs to uplift the standards of our young people, to uplift them in terms of the education, the development, so that they can live better lives, they can make better contributions to nation building, they can develop skills that they did not acquire while they were in school, skills needed for the job market. This is what these programs are geared to. And to speak about increasing social safety net program, I just want to mention quickly here, the SEED program, which is a social safety net program, the number of beneficiaries on these programs have been increased or doubled by this current administration. And this is what reflects on the current state of the people in this country, not the programs that we have geared towards youth development. Okay, so GT, let me say, though we had some challenges this morning, it was indeed a pleasure coming on and speak about youth development and, of course, everything that is happening currently. I'm happy that, our athletes are out there and they're doing well at the Olympics, and we want to recognize them. From our party, we want to congratulate them on their achievements thus far and what they would continue to achieve. But I want to call on this current administration to seriously implement programs or initiatives, policies that will uplift the development of our young people. 2 years, 2 fired ministers of youth is just too much. No new programs get towards youth development. It is time to get the youth development programs moving. Get our young people off the streets, reduce the amount of guns on the street, reduce the amount of gun and crime violence that we are having. We need to seriously engage our young people. 2 years have gone, failed promises. We need to see something seriously done for our young people. Thank you so much.
MP Kate Lewis-Peters, I want to thank you so much once again for being on the program this morning. And as you did mention also in your closing contribution, of course, the challenges, of course, and I hope our next segment we could get a little more details in terms of information from you once again. So until our next engagement, I want to wish you all the best and have a good day.
Thank you so much, and blessings to you and the viewers as well.
Thank you so much. Hey, folks, that's what we're going to take a wrap for this edition of To The Point for today, Tuesday, the 6th of August. Best wishes goes out to everyone. This is why I say goodbye.